Okay guys, so I just wanted to show you this. Now all of this was under construction when I was last down here. I tell you what, let's get on this thing here just so we're out of the way of these taxis, man. Right, so this is at the other side of King's Cross, like I say. I mean, what I'll do is we'll walk through in a minute and you can see the modern, ultra-modern construction bit down at the end there. That's still part of the station. You see what I mean about how the size of this place? You see how big it is? You know, it goes all the way down to there. You've got the hotel and everything there. Like I say, the station more or less starts here, more or less. Maybe you could argue a little bit further into the thing. And then it goes all the way down to the end there, like I said, look, you know, where that modern construction is. You see that modern dark part there with the white columns and whatever. That's still part of the station. Although it's more to do with shops and stuff like that, so it's almost like a shopping arcade, but it's still part of the station essentially. So it gives you a sense of the scale of this thing, how big it is. Now this thing over here, now again I'm not sure exactly. I mean, that's the back of the British Library that we were just looking at, and like I say, you know, when we were talking about different architecture and stuff, because actually now that I look at this as well, now that I look at this up close, I'm not sure, and I can't say, and that bit at the top as well particularly, I don't know if that's all, strictly speaking, brand spanking new build, or if this was still part of the original building, because it all looks, all of the brickwork, all the stonework looks absolutely brand spankers. So whether this was actually added on, or whether it was here originally but then they knocked it all down and rebuilt it from scratch but in the same style, I don't know. I must admit, I'm not too sure, because it's not a part of London that I used to frequent or have frequented that often over any length of time. You know, it's just odd moments here and there where I might have you know, come to this part of London now and again, sort of thing, you know. So, but this thing, in fact, it still appears to be slightly still under construction. I'm not entirely sure what the heck it is, actually, to be quite honest with you. I think it's something to do with the sciences, sort of laboratories or something, a medical thing. I'm not sure, to be quite honest. Like I say, it was still under construction when I was last down here anyway, sort of thing. So, let's take a look, shall we? The wind's picking up, but yeah, look at this thing. It's quite impressive, isn't it? You know what I mean? And like I said, what I was trying to say about modern construction, you know, sometimes even though modern construction might not be as interesting to look at and as aesthetically pleasing and all the rest of it, you can have, there's lots of different arguments for and against modern construction. You see, look, St. Pancras International train station, you see? Told you. See what I mean? You see how it's, I mean, look at the size of this thing. It's huge, man. And that's like I said to you, I don't know if it's the biggest in London or not. I'm not even sure, to be quite honest with you. I mean, I know it's big, obviously, as you can tell. Now this thing, like I said, I just can't remember for the life of me. I could have swore I saw some, when they had the hoarding around it, you know, whilst they were still constructing it, I could have swore I remember reading something about some sort of medical science-y thing. I don't know, I can't quite remember. Anyway, there's no signs now around it sort of depicting exactly what it is, and it still seems to be slightly under construction anyway. And you know, this has they've been building this for flipping yonks. Right, anyway, look, you see, that's where the station goes all the way down there, look. You know, it carries on even further down there. It's huge, isn't it? It's absolutely massive. Right, I'm not going to walk all the way down to the end there. At least I don't think I am. What are we going to do? Hang on, what is it? Right, 12:30. Now, I guess what we'll do is we'll head back this way. Right, so we'll actually walk through the sort of shopping arcade bit of the station, if you like. And actually, as we go through here, above us is part of the platforms and part of the tracks for the what's the name, for the Euro train thing. So yeah, look, you see, as you can see, this is like a sort of shopping area We can go out that way, which we will do, because it's just easier. But with the entrance where I was standing earlier on, if I'm not mistaken, it's actually down that way. So if you carried on down that way, we would come out the way we were, where we started this, where I started my original vlog. It would be back down that way. So anyway, so like I say, we'll go through here and we'll come out the other end, because we've got to head back this way anyway, sort of thing. But well, I just thought I'd give you a quick view of St. Pancras International, the sort of shopping bit of it, if you like. You know, so it's, like I said, it's quite an extensive you know, building essentially. See, look, you got even more down that way. See, look, see, it goes off in that direction as well. You got look, see all these shops and stuff. Yes, like I say, it's pretty impressive, really. Do you know what I mean? You think about it, especially the scale of it. Do you know what I mean? It's one heck of a scale, isn't it? So here we go. We're coming out where we going to come out at is very near, not exactly, but just sort of like round the corner from, essentially, where we started from. So I'll show you that in a second. So look, you see, and then down there, of course, down the escalators is the underground and stuff. I'll tell you what, let's just go out this way a minute. So right, let's have a look. You see, there's that white, I mean, it looks like a bird cage to me. I don't know what else to call it, but that's what it reminds me of. You see, look, you got more of the station on this side. So like I say, you know, when you think about it, it's pretty flipping extensive. You know? So, and like I say, this whole area is being regenerated, the whole of it. Right, there's the Great Northern Hotel, and we were actually in front of that earlier on, you see. So like I was saying to you before, if we'd carried on down that way, we would have come out the front, well, more or less come out the front of where we started from, like I said. You see, there's another part of the King's Cross station, this round domed thing, because there's the sort of station itself in the background there. And if I'm not mistaken, you see, that is a Georgian building, and this is Victorian. So, you know, you've got a Victorian train station on one side and a Georgian built station on the other. And you can see the difference in the architecture. Different colour brick for a start off, and also in terms of the detail, there's less detail. They weren't as ornate in terms of their buildings and stuff, unlike the unlike the Victorians. Right, okay, so right. Yeah, that's an interesting little shot, isn't it, when you think about it? You've got the contrast between, like I say, you've got the Great Northern Hotel there, which, like I say, I always stand corrected if I'm wrong, but it looks Georgian to me in its style and construction. So you've got a Georgian building there and a Victorian building right next to it. So you can now see the differences, you can see the contrasts. Victorian buildings were very much more ornate than the Georgians. Right, okay, so I guess what we could do is I could take you through King's Cross and show you that ceiling again, and then we'll come out of there, and I guess because it's getting near time now, and you know, it's not like a million miles away from where we need to be, but you know, still it's going to take another at least 5 minutes to walk there at least. So right, okay, so I'll take you through here and I'll show you that ceiling again. Right, so let's go and have a look at the ceiling, shall we? Yeah, like I say, it's supposed to have a nickname. I'm not sure what the nicknames are. I mean, even Boris Johnson's supposed to have given it a name or something, but I'm not sure. So, right, okie dokie. And of course, this is where that giant poppy is as well. So here we go. Let's have a look. Da, da, da. And there it is. Look, giant poppy. Look at that. How cool is that? Eh? That is so cool. Oh wow. Look, they've made it, they've got red lights on. Oh wow. Haha.
Platform 0.
Platform 0? I didn't even know there was such a thing. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Wow. That is amazing. You know, like I said, imagine having that on your lapel. That would be so cool, man. That is amazing. Wow. Okay guys, so that's King's Cross and the amazing ceiling. So I'll catch you guys later. Bye for now.